Okay, well, we're out here. I'm getting ready to try to unload this thing. I don't know how easy it's going to be. It was pretty easy to load it, but it was pulling itself, and I can't start it or anything now because the pull rope pulls forward, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll probably end up dropping it off of this thing. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, it was kind of scary, but not too bad. And I'll never have to do that again because this is its final resting place anyhow. Alrighty, now what we want to do is go ahead and check and make sure it's got enough oil in it, because we definitely do not want to burn this thing up. This is the original motor from 1974, so what would that say about me if I'm the one that burned it up, you know, after 40 years or so? We need some oil. Now, it don't take a whole lot, and you don't want to overfill it, because it'll smoke. Alright, we're good now. Okay, it's about 1:15 in the afternoon, and it's a nice clear day, so we can clearly see where the full sun areas are. And then not all the leaves are out, obviously, so we can expect a little more than the shadows, but you can kind of see where the shadows are, where it's going to be somewhat shaded. So pretty much, you know, you can see those shadows right in there, but from there, you know, that's all full sun, all the way to that tree, because the sun's on this side, so the shadows will go that way. So we've got about 20 feet from here to the fence, and then I'd say 40 feet from that tree over to where those shadows are, to that stump, basically. So for right now, I'm just going to work on this area, and I will say that it's pretty wet out here. We've had tons and tons of rain. Ideally, you don't want to till when it's that wet, but I mean, yeah, since it's rained, I mean, you can even see, because we came out here and picked up all the rocks that we saw, but since it's rained, you can see just, you know, rocks everywhere. And I want it to be easier for the tiller to bust those rocks up out of the ground. I mean, it's an old, you know, sturdy deal made out of steel and stuff, but you know, I don't want to tear it up, really. I kind of like it. So I guess let's stop jibber jabbering and get to it. Now I hope this thing will capture most of what I'm doing, but I do kind of need to just get this done, so I apologize if, you know, I walk outside of frame and back in and stuff like that, but I really need to get this stuff done. I like sharing all this stuff with you guys, but at the same time there comes a point where, you know, just turn on the camera and get your stuff done. Whatever shows up, I guess. I don't have a whole lot of time to stand around and do this stuff a whole bunch. You know, it's already April 4th and everything, so, you know, I'm going to be sticking some stuff in the ground, you know, April 25th to May 1st, sometime in there. Tomato plants are already about 5 inches tall, so. Go through stuff like this and not even skip a beat. Alright, so as you can probably see, there is just tons and tons of leaf and root and all kinds of stuff in there. Old crusty leaves and, you know, all kind of stuff. But it's good and dark colored. Over here especially is real black. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera or not because of the sunlight reflecting off of it, but basically all we've done so far is just bust up the top inch or so and force out some of the rocks. I mean, there's just tons and tons of rocks. I don't know if you could tell on the video or not either, but that tiller is just busting up, you know, just huge rocks. I mean, I'm talking the size of footballs. Just huge rocks, busting them right up. And basically all it does to the tiller is just make it buck a little bit, you know, once or twice, and then, you know, the rock just peels right up. There's just a ton of rocks. Tons. But I think what I'll do now is maybe run up and down it this way at the same depth, and then after that one I'll go ahead and put it a little bit deeper. This is not the full size that the garden's going to be, but I'm wanting to get at least this area right here busted up really good before all this rain, and then this right here will be enough room for our, you know, tomatoes and cucumbers and most of the stuff that's full sun, you know. And then I'll come down this way a little bit further. I need to go ahead and clean up all that crap. I got a lot to do, but it's better than having nothing to do, I guess. Well, let's start going this way, this other way, and see what we come up with. Okay, I just wanted to show this to everybody before I move. I have not moved anything or anything. This tiller just dug up this rock. That rock's about 1 foot long and about 10 inches wide. Alrighty, well, got a pretty good little area chopped up here. I really hope you guys can tell on the video just how much organic material is just all through that dirt. There's just leaves and sticks, and you know, this is virgin ground, you know, as far as I don't know, as far as I know, at least for the past 30 years there ain't been nothing here, you know, nothing. For 20 to 25 years, it's just been left to, you know, all the leaves from the trees and everything just to fall right on it and just lay there. And, you know, you get, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, the color looks a little funny on the screen. Maybe the video will look better. But that is some black dirt. Maybe it'll help if I put a shadow on it. There are still tons of rocks, so I'm going to have to go through and rake them all out, but that's what happens, I guess, when a piece of ground's never been worked before. What I've done here is show you guys what I do for the... I always do rows. You know, I know some stuff you plant in hills and stuff like that. I've always just done rows, you know, row after row. And what I do is the tiller automatically kind of makes like rows, you know, like there, but they're too close together. So what I do is I take a hoe and just drag from like the edge of this one, just drag that back onto this row, and then, you know, drag this back up onto this row, and what you're left with is something like that. You know, you've got a row here, and then an open space, a big open space, and then another row where you can run the tiller up between the rows and catch most of the weeds with the tiller. You know, you can just go up and down each row in between your rows there and till up all them weeds. Boy, oh boy. But we got a good start on it anyway. Like I said, it's supposed to storm for the next 6 days, so we'll see. But there was the beast in action. It's just, man, it's the best thing I've ever ran. It, you know, go to a store and pay $600, $700, $800 for a brand new tiller, and then come out and dig out rocks like this, you know, as big as a football. Well, here, this rock right here is the one that I showed earlier, you know. There's my foot next to it. That's a huge rock. And that tiller just dug it right out. Now bring one of them new ones out here and dig up rocks like that. It's going to bust. Something's going to break. This one just seems to chew them up and spit them out, you know. The tines on it are starting to get a little bit thin. But it's kind of a universal design. And that's one good thing about this Roto tiller. Is the way they've designed it, you can pretty much buy any part for it at a hardware store. Just any hardware store. They purposely built it with no proprietary, you know, special made items. You know, one of your levers breaks or something, heck, it's just flat steel, just bend you up another one. You know, those pulleys, you can find pulleys of all different sizes. And the motor, you can swap out a motor in 10 minutes. I mean, all it is a little drive like that, and it don't even have a clutch on it. See, it just has kind of a solid pulley there, and the belt's just allowed to slip until you engage the clutch on the, or disengage the clutch on the tiller through the tension and pulley. So, you know, there's not even, you know, there's nothing on here that can break that you can't find. And I wouldn't want to give $700 or $800 for a piece of equipment and then come out here and abuse it like this, you know. I do it to this one because I know it can take it. It's tough. It's built tough. I mean, all of it's steel, and it's not real thin steel either, you know. It's pretty good size. And I only gave $200 for this thing in the condition it's in right now, ready to go. You know, and in my opinion, it's twice the machine as any of those $800 or $900 new ones. So, yeah, it only tills up about an 18-inch width, but if you're in that big of a hurry, then something's wrong. We've gotten down to about a depth of, let's see, about 2.5 inches. So that's not bad. And then once you hoe it up into a hill, you know, that's a good 6 inches right there. I will go over it a couple more times just to try to dig some of them rocks out and loosen it up. But